Hello, everyone. Today, during the lunch break, we're talking about something that I love seeing show up every day in my YouTube channel subscriptions page. But before I get to this specific person I follow and I am rooting for every single day, I just want to talk about fat influencers. So, fat influencers were big on body positivity for several years, but oh boy, what a surprise. They're finding that as they keep this weight on, they are at increased risk of heart failure, issues with their organs, their joints are giving out, their limbs stop working, it's hard for them to do anything. Tons of medical issues that are factually medical issues for you if you are overweight. Here's the key though. They're talking about body positivity and how these body positivity communities feel abandoned. You have a big difference between, hey, I'm not perfect, but that's okay that I'm not perfect. I have stretch marks. I have a little bit of fat on my tummy. I have this. I have that. That's fine. That's good. It is good to be comfortable with where you are, but still seek to be healthy. Do you understand that difference? It's a very nuanced thing. I'm not doing black and white. I know that my previous videos have sounded very black and white because, it's about different political things and whatnot. I realize how it sounds, but that's just because those specific topics I am very specifically trying to get a message across on things. But with this, I want you guys to hear this nuanced position because it matters. So with these influencers, it's very, 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 very easy to be obese in terms of getting to that point. It's not easy to live as an obese person. You don't fit in certain chairs, all those previous mentioned things health-wise. Your bed has to be certain sizes sometimes. Chairs break. All sorts of stuff happens that is inconvenient, difficult. Cars, you have to have extra large cars. There's tons of issues in life that you run into if you are obese. And this is where body positivity, I always said, it's too much. Since day one, I have said body positivity needs to change and needs to come back down. The big point is that I'm fine with the idea, like I said, of I'm not a perfect person. That's fine. None of us are perfect people. We all have sins. We all have vices. We all have things that we do that we shouldn't do. But big difference between accepting those issues and I'm going to glorify being an obese, disgusting slob. Now, if you are obese, I'm not saying you are necessarily a disgusting slob. I'm saying there are people who are proud of how fat they are. And that's the disgusting slob side of it. Do not be proud of being obese. Do not be proud of being someone that's going to have a heart attack in your 40s and lose out on 20 to 30 to 40 years of life, depending on, genetic history. That could be anywhere in that range. Do not be proud of that. That is nothing to be proud of. It takes nothing for you to go to McDonald's and order 3 meals and eat them all. It takes nothing. You're not brave. You're not courageous. You're not any positive thing. You know what does take? Actual courage and ability and willpower? Not being obese. And this is the thing that's happening right now. So right now we're looking at Teen Vogue. This is a article that is written for teenagers. I'm going to go through this real quick, and then we'll show you the person that I want you guys to all follow. Like right now. If you don't know about them, go follow them and give them the encouragement. But first, the community Ozempic stole. As influencers lose weight, their followers feel abandoned. No, those influencers talk to doctors and were told, you're in a medical risk, you need to stop this. And they are making a change, which is awesome, and I encourage it. Even though they used to be fat positive people, I'm happy that they're now losing this weight and getting healthy, because I don't want anyone to die. Even if you are a lazy fat slob right now, I don't want you to die. I want you to get healthy. I want you to live a healthy life, and I want you to be able to live and see kids, grandkids, etc. That's what I want out of all of you. There's no hate for people that are fat. There's no hate that people are lazy. It is, I want better for you. And unfortunately, I think I kind of cut the "un" off. It's up to you guys. It's not up to me. Only you have control over that. I'm not one of those people that says we need to ban sodas or sweets or things like that. You, as an individual, have to make the decision to lose that weight. Anyways, I could name names, but I probably don't need to. We've all noticed our favorite plus-size social media influencers shrinking before our eyes. What's his face? Nick Avocado. That was the biggest reveal I have ever seen, and that was amazing. And I immediately was like, hell yeah, dude. Good job. Holy crap, man. He did that so well. Which means he had to record so many mukbangs ahead of time to cut straight from obese to skinny. Either that or he did something else. I never followed up on that specifically, but anyways. Amid the rise of GLP-1 weight loss drugs, many formerly fat influencers who built their career on talking about their bodies are now losing weight. Some of those influencers are documenting that journey, and some are getting paid for it, while others are quietly downsizing, simply withdrawing from the plus size or body positive content they once posted. Body positive, like I said, should only be, hey, you're not perfect and that's okay, but you should still try to be the best you can be. This has, unfortunately, come alongside a cultural resurgence of fat phobia. Shut up. It's not healthy to be fat. That's all we're saying. I'm not afraid of a fat person. I don't have hate for a fat person. I think that people are lying to them when they say it is just fine and it is not a health risk, because there are people saying that being obese is not unhealthy. And that is a problem that I will never, ever approve of in any capacity. Thin is in again online. Fat-phobic TikTok trends have racked up views, and being skinny is once again being held up as an inherent value. Because it is a value. You're not going to die at 40. You're also not going to drain the medical system. You're also not going to take up spots in the medical system like you would if you're obese. The same people that were talking about COVID people shouldn't get a bed have no problem telling someone that is morbidly obese that they are healthy. That doesn't make sense. That fat person is going to be in medical stuff 9 times more often than someone who didn't get the COVID drug. I made that number up, but I know that it's a far higher amount of time that they're going to need surgeries. They're going to have issues. They're going to have infections. They're going to have all these things. I've seen it with one person in my own life, and I know that it's anecdotal, but it's super common from what I'm finding out. Every time I look at it, it's more and more common. People can't wipe themselves, they get infections, they don't clean themselves properly, they get infections, etc. Anyways, many people who follow formerly fat influencers have expressed confusion, disappointment, or even anger after their favorite figures lose weight. Oh, I'm sorry, they care about their health. Maybe you should follow their suit. And that sparked an entire debate around bodily autonomy, weight, and what influencers do and don't owe their audience. So that's funny. Bodily autonomy. I literally just said myself, it's up to you to make that decision, but I do think that you should try and be healthy. But But that conversation might be missing the point. As weight loss drugs boom and thin becomes back in, I do think that weight loss drugs should be used minimally. If you need help getting those starting pounds off, cool, fine. Use weight loss drugs. But I don't think that it should be your entire thing. Formerly fat influencers losing weight represents a different kind of loss for their followers. Amid this cultural phenomenon, it's not just weight that we're losing. It's a form of community. In fact, it has little to do with weight at all. Yeah, this cultural phenomenon is that you actually accept obesity. At no point in history, ever, even whenever fat was beautiful in the past, they still knew it was medically issues came with it. They still knew that. Emma Zach, who founded size-inclusive vintage shop Berries? I'm assuming that's Berries. Says that she's been having this conversation almost every day with friends. That conversation, Zach says, is about the many influencers who built their following during the 2015 to 2020 era of body positivity online. Mistake for society. I'm still going to say it. It was a time when size inclusion was starting to to be demanded, when fat representation online was becoming more common, and when plus-size people started finding community centered around influencers who preached self-love at any size. Yes, self-love is good, but you have to still admit the fact that it's unhealthy. It is a health risk. It is problems for your body. In 2022, creator Ratnadevi Manokaran verbalized that to Refinery 29. There was a growing understanding of the ways fat phobia had hurt us all and a sense of togetherness. Shut up. No one is fat phobic. People might make fun of your fat and that's not cool. But at the same time, it's not like you're being victimized for your fatness. You became fat. No one tied you to a chair and forced food into your mouth. If you say it's fat phobic to tell someone it's unhealthy, that's not fat. It's the truth. The real world says you are fat, you are having medical issues. The real world says we build chairs on planes. Those seats are a certain size because that's the average size of people. If you're too fat for a seat, that's on you. You kept eating. It's not on the plane. It's not on the doctor that's telling you that it's unhealthy. It's on you. The rest of the world lives in reality, and you saying it's fat phobic is deflection of responsibility from yourself to anyone else. Because you need to take accountability for your own body. You know that bodily autonomy thing that was just written about just above it? It was as if we were all learning from one another about something that we all had in common, had just come up. Time out. It was as if we were all learning from one another about something we had all just come upon. You didn't just suddenly become fat. How does that sentence make sense? Make that sentence make sense. Now Zach says, she's watching that community disintegrate, and it's disappointing. It should disintegrate. You should try to be healthy. You should be positive about your body in the idea that it's not perfect, but not positive about being unhealthy. Difference. Berries has fostered what Zach called the most special community ever, one in which plus-sized people are placed at the center of the shopping experience rather than pushed to the margins. Well, you are the margins. You are in the bell curve of society. You are a small percentage. It's getting larger due to this whole movement, but you are the margins in normal society. There are people that are fat. There are people that are skinny. There are then the people like these people that are obese. The obese are the margin. At Barry's, people lift each other up and feel comfortable shopping. Now, Zach says that some of the influencers who once championed her store the most are losing weight and leaving the people and brands they cheered on behind. I mean, brands can change, they can evolve, they can get different sizes that they make of their goods. They are not an issue. Meanwhile, these people that feel abandoned should have been told these medical things and everything a long time ago. I'm reading like one more section because this is dribble. Lydia Okello, a writer, model, and digital creator, says this abandonment isn't actually about body size at all. It's about values. Each person is an individual. I don't believe it's my right to tell someone my opinion on whether or not they want to lose weight. But I have seen influencers who talked a lot about accepting their body where it was, appreciating how they look regardless of weight, really flipping the script and using the way they looked previously as a negative contrast to where they are now. That's because where they were before was unhealthy and was a danger to their lives. The end. These people are delusional if they think that being morbidly obese is not a health risk. That is a problem. Okello says, that part is what I really disagree with. No. Shove it up your ass. Everyone needs to hear that being morbidly obese is unhealthy. It is extremely unhealthy. Your heart will not go the full length of an individual. Hold on. Average life expectancy, U.S. 78.39 years. When obese. It can go up to 14 years lost, with some estimates going up to 20 years lost. Unfortunately, it's giving the same life expectancy chart. But you can lose up to 20 years of your life. That means for a morbidly obese person, let's take the middle ground, because it says as low as 6.5, but it also says up to 20. And judging from the heart attacks and stuff that we see of people, 20 is probably closer, but we're going to go off of 14. We're just going to round that 13.7 up. So 14 years lost on average, which means from 78, you're reaching 64 as your luckiest. What happened? Oh, that's because of all the deaths during the COVID time, right? Yep. So yeah. We lost 2 years on our life expectancy due to that. I don't think that that's a good thing myself. Losing 14 to 20 years. Because I think that this 6.5 is... I don't think it's right. I see stories all the time about morbidly obese people dying. Young. Like young. 20 might not even be the right estimate. Because think about all the fat influencers that have died recently. There's like 7 of them that are on a recorded platform that have died at a young age due to their obesity. Now think about all the ones that have died that didn't have a channel, that didn't have a YouTube or a Twitch or anything else that they did with. Think about that. That's horrible to me. I want all of you to live. I'm not saying this out of hate. I'm saying this out of love. I want you to stop putting so much food in your mouth. I want you to start doing exercise. Walk as far as you can. Do whatever you can physically. And then lower your calories more and more every day. I understand at the start your obesity is requiring you to eat more calories, but lower those calories every day. Lose weight every day that you can. And this is where the guy that I am promoting today comes in. This is Daniel's journey. He is a fellow who started at 600 pounds. I believe it was 600 pounds. And he is every day posting videos about his weight loss journey. Every day he reports on it. So like this one.
My magical week-long weight loss streak, it's over. As I gained 0 pounds, but I lost 0 pounds. But that's okay. I know I'm doing the right things. Bodies fluctuate. I'll get it tomorrow. 90 pounds? I'm coming for you. And I'll see you tomorrow, everyone.
This dude is wholesome. He's doing what he needs to do for his body, for his life, and I support him literally every single day. I love seeing his things pop up in my feed because every day I'm hoping to see I'm another pound down, another one gone. It's almost every day he goes down 1 pound, but he also doesn't get discouraged whenever things happen. He gained and lost 0 pounds, but he knows he's doing the right things. He's continuing to do the right things, and he's getting there. He's doing an awesome job, and I want him to get more support. He currently only has 9,500 subscribers. And you already know the fat influencers that actually still want to have this fictitious belief that being obese is not unhealthy for you. You know they would love to tear him down. But I'm one of those people that if you see someone that is obese at the gym, tell them how awesome it is that they're there. Tell them you look forward to seeing them tomorrow. Tell them that you support them. Give them tips. Help them out. Do all this stuff. You know? It's a great thing to do. So he's doing his weight loss journey. No matter how he's doing it, I don't care. I care that he is doing it. That's the key. Now, that's just my view, my personal opinion. I'm sure there's going to be people that disagree with me. I'm sure there's going to be people that agree with me. I'm sure there's going to be nuanced takes on the whole fat acceptance versus body positivity. Because like I said, my body positivity thoughts are, hey, don't be upset with your body if it's not perfect. But you need to still try and be healthy. Skip that snack tonight. Eat a little bit less. Whenever I go to McDonald's, I get a 10-piece nugget. I only eat 8 nuggets. And I only eat half the fries. Why? 1, I'm lowering my calorie intake so that I can lose weight and look good. 2, I like to give my kids extra fries. And my son is currently devouring anything I put in front of him. So he often eats his food and then is still hungry. So I save nuggets for him. I will tell you guys this before I go, because I have to do a shorter lunch break today. Shorter lunch break. But I limit my calorie intake. On an average day, I'm 1,300 calories. I'm lower on my calorie intake. On top of that, I run, I bike, I lift weights, or I do a punching bag every day. Or at least every day that I can. Obviously, I can't do it every day. I am not just preaching from a soapbox that I don't also follow. I do these things. I am 100% in support of people who want to make positive changes in their life. If you were a drug addict and you want to stop, I support that. If you were fat and you want to be skinny, I support that. If you are a porn addict and you want to stop, I support that. Your past sin or your past vice does not define future you. You control your life. No one else does. The whole, like, I can't help it because there's stresses from work. Yeah, you develop how to handle those stresses. I like to play video games or watch TV. I don't eat to get rid of my stresses. I might have a drink here and there. I don't deny that. I enjoy my alcohol and my caffeine addiction for soda are my 2 vices in life. And I take that into account when I'm drinking as well. But I'll limit my consumption so that I don't get drunk and I don't get a ton of extra calories. Both. I don't ask that you do things that I'm not doing myself. I ask that you care about yourself as much as I care about you. Go follow Daniel's journey. Subscribe to him. I'm subscribed to him on my personal one, but I'm going to subscribe to him a second time so that I can get updates directly on this whenever I'm recording. But, you know, it's it's one of those things. He's making the change, and I want to see 40. He's 32 right now, and he's making the change, and he wants to see 40, and I want to see him hit his goal in spades. I want him to do better than even he thinks he's going to do. Daniel, if this somehow gets to you, keep it up, dude. Keep being an example and a shining star in this community. Keep it up. I want to see you hit 60. I want to watch you do this until you have grandkids of your own and you are happy and rocking on that front door or front porch, either swing or rocking in a rocking chair. I want to see that. I immediately got attached to this guy. He's awesome. He's got positivity in his heart and in his mind. And I'm hoping that he keeps it up. And I don't want to see these posts stop. I want to see them keep going, even when there's no weight loss. Keep it up, dude. Every time I see it come up, it brightens my day. Every single time. So that's it for today's lunch break. Go follow Daniel's journey. Give him support. Every single video that you come across of his, every day, give him the supportful messaging that he needs. Give him that every day, because we want this boy to keep it going, to keep doing awesome, and to succeed. So with that, thank you all. I hope you all have a terrific Friday, a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next time. Bye.